Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving right into the legendary 92-year history of the FIFA World Cup to trace the fascinating evolution of its champions. For billions of fans across the globe, this isn't just a sporting event, it's the absolute pinnacle of national pride and athletic achievement. But get a load of this truly staggering number: 8. Across 22 global tournaments held since 1930, an incredibly exclusive club of just 8 nations have ever managed to lift the most coveted trophy in sports. I mean, think about how many countries play this game worldwide, and yet ultimate glory is restricted to this tiny fraction. So, looking at the leaderboard, Brazil absolutely dominates with 5 titles, cementing their reputation as the historic kings of the beautiful game. They're closely followed by European heavyweights, Germany and Italy, who've claimed 4 titles each. Then we've got Argentina sitting right there with 3, followed by France and Uruguay with 2, and England and Spain with 1 apiece. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the exclusive winner's circle. Then, 1930, inaugural champions. 1958, the Brazilian blueprint. 1966, drama and ghost goals. 1998, culture, identity, and football. And finally, 2022, Messi's crowning glory. Basically, we're going to see how these specific milestone matches fundamentally changed the game, tactically, culturally, and emotionally. Section 1, 1930, the inaugural champions. Let's dive straight into the chaotic, brilliant first World Cup, hosted and ultimately won by Uruguay. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. The tension before the final between Uruguay and Argentina was so intense that the teams literally couldn't even agree on a match ball. It sounds kind of comical today, right? But it forced FIFA into this bizarre compromise where Argentina provided the ball for the first half and Uruguay used their own ball for the second. And wild enough, Argentina actually took a 2-1 lead into halftime with their ball. But Uruguay leveled the score in the second half with their ball and ended up winning 4-2 to become the first ever global champions. What's truly mind-blowing here is their manager, Alberto Sapici. At just 31 years old, he remains the youngest coach to ever win a World Cup. Section 2, 1958, the Brazilian blueprint. Let's shift over to Sweden, where Brazil completely revolutionized football preparation and tactics to claim their first ever title. Tactically, Brazil ditched the old, rigid formations. They introduced a deep-lying defensive midfielder, a role known as the volante, named after Carlos Volante. With players anchoring this position, it provided incredible defensive solidity while giving their brilliant attackers total freedom to just go out and shine. And check out this unprecedented technical staff that manager Vicente Fiola brought along. They didn't leave a single stone unturned. They brought a doctor, a dentist, and get this, a sports psychologist. That was totally unheard of. This psychologist actually ran mental agility tests on absolute legends like Pele and Garrincha before the tournament even started. Well, this perfect blend of scientific prep and raw skill paid off big time. It resulted in a massive 5-2 thrashing of host nation Sweden in the final. And it was right here that a 17-year-old kid named Pele officially announced himself to the world. Section 3, 1966, drama and ghost goals. Fast forward to 1966. By now, the World Cup is a massive global television event, and the final between England and West Germany delivered unprecedented drama. Locked at an agonizing 2-2 in extra time, England's Geoff Hurst smashes a shot off the underside of the crossbar. The ball bounces straight down, hits the turf, and gets cleared away, creating the absolute most debated ghost goal in football history. Did it actually cross the line? The referee consulted his Soviet linesman who said, "Yes, it's a goal." That gave England a 3-2 lead. However, modern science steps in to ruin the party. Visual processing studies actually showed the ball was 18 centimeters short of fully crossing the line. Only about half of it was over. Regardless of the debate, Hurst secured a historic hat trick in the final minute, immortalized by this legendary BBC commentary as fans spilled onto the pitch. England claimed their first and so far only World Cup victory. Section 4, 1998, culture, identity, and football. Moving to 1998, host nation France stunned the heavily favored Brazil 3-0, sparking a huge conversation about national identity. Featuring players of incredibly diverse backgrounds, like the iconic Zinedine Zidane, the team was affectionately nicknamed Black Blanc Beur, meaning white, black, and Arab. Politicians and the media really paraded this squad as a shining example of a successful multicultural France. But the crucial point here is captured beautifully by French defender Lilian Thuram. He astutely questioned whether this massive stadium euphoria would actually translate to everyday society outside of sports. And history showed that this post-racial unity was pretty messy and short-lived. Racism absolutely persisted in sports, and the political landscape shifted, with far-right politics advancing significantly in elections just 4 years later. It's a really powerful reminder of how sports reflect, but don't automatically fix societal complexities. Section 5. 2022 Messi's Crowning Glory. Finally, we reach the ultimate modern climax in Qatar, the phenomenal 2022 final between Argentina and France. Just look at this timeline to see how wild the swings were. Argentina took a commanding lead right up until Mbappe scored a stunning brace in the 80th and 81st minutes to force extra time. Then Messi scores again, only for Mbappe to complete a hat trick with a 118th minute penalty. Pure sporting theater. The match had to be decided by a penalty shootout. After a crucial save from Emiliano Martinez, Gonzalo Montiel stepped up, scored the winner, and secured Argentina their third world title, beautifully capping off Lionel Messi's unbelievable career. Section 6. The Ultimate Champions Club. Through all these eras, from 1930 to 2022, the brilliant minds managing these incredible teams have been the true through line of World Cup history. And this brilliantly illustrates the most elite tier of that club. Out of 92 years of history, only 3 men, Zagallo, Beckenbauer, and Deschamps, have actually achieved the dream of winning the tournament as both a player and a manager. No way, right? That is an incredibly exclusive group. So with an expanded field coming to North America in 2026, we are left with a huge question. As the game grows even more global, will a brand new country finally break through and join this 92-year-old exclusive winner's circle? Thank you for exploring this amazing history with me, and keep questioning the game.